Mullen has fallen to all-time low levels, but there's still hope for recovery. So should you buy? Keep watching as we go through its fundamentals as well as this week's chart analysis and price prediction. But before we do that, subscribe to our channel Stox 101 for regular stock market updates. The company is strong on paper as it has top General Motors and Tesla executives on the team, with the Mullen Five, which car reviewers have deemed futuristic, comfortable, and definitely worthy of competing with Tesla. So what went wrong? Mullen has been a constant target of sellers since a long time, and they now want to snatch the remaining 20 cents as well. And David Michery currently is doing nothing to safeguard investors, as he keeps setting expectations and then under-delivering. Details of employment tell us the company has been hiring very strongly for the past few months as the IGO, ELMS, Delpac and Bollinger Motors deals keep requiring workforce as they expand. In our opinion, once these deals are implemented properly and the cars get on road, Mullen will recover. With all that in mind, let's analyze the charts. So as you guys can see right here, we're now in the 1 week chart for MULN, and as always, we'll first analyze the 1 week chart, then the 1 day chart, and to the figure the 5 minute chart. But right off the bat, we can see that, well, first we'll analyze the negative sides, and then we'll get on the positive part and why I believe it can recover, right? So first up, of course, we can see that over here is pretty much when the entire dilution thing, right, dilution thing and the negative trends begin. But of course, if we talk about the current price, we can see that we've gotten a somewhat of an inflation and deflation in the price, right, over a period of 5 or 6 weeks. And we can see that a similar thing over here happened as well, where we got a similar inflation and deflation in price over a period of, I guess, 10 weeks, right? And before that as well, we got a similar thing over a period of, again, 6 weeks, right? So that is a bad thing. That is something that concerns me, right? And I believe that this trend, if things are not taken care of right now, will probably continue. And that, of course, is not what any investor wants to hear about as investment. But of course, if we look over here, right, we can see that we did not perform that well this week, and we fell by about 25% in a single week, right? The hardest that we fell was over here, where we fell by about 45%, right? I'm sorry if I stutter in between, it's just something that I can't control. And of course, if we look over here, right, this right here is a bearish trend, right? Before that, right, this right here is a bearish trend as well. So this, of course, is not a good thing, right? It's not a good sign. But if you ask me how it can recover, right, there are a few factors. First up, of course, we've hit pretty much the lowest points that we ever could, right? We've never hit 20 cents before. So I'm getting somewhat of a feeling that it might be a good accumulation zone. No, no financial advice. But then again, if we consider the fact that Mullen's market cap is only about $100 million now. It fell from $170 million when we were analyzing it around here, right around the 30 cent range, and now it's down to $100 million. And even if the market cap goes up to, let's say, $5 billion, right, that's still a 50x thing. And that pretty much is the entire reason why meme stocks like AMC and GME went up as well. People were just thinking that, hey, if we can get 100x of this market cap, it would be 100x of our investment as well. And even though that is partly true, right, I don't really see Mullen hitting a 5 billion or 10 billion market cap anytime soon, especially with the way that David Michery is handling things, right? If he were to change, how he handles his stuff, then of course the company might be in a better position. But I personally am not, I'm a bit doubtful at this point. I personally was very bullish on Mullen, but I'm kind of getting a bit doubtful as days pass. And, there are literally no announcements. David Michery last week, he said that, there will be a lot of good announcements in the coming weeks. And well, and a whole week has passed and there's nothing literally. But of course, before we make any conclusion, let's quickly jump on into the 1 day chart to analyze that as well. So now that we're in the 1 day chart, we can see that it's the same thing going on over here as well, right? The stock first up inflated, again got deflated, smaller inflation, again got deflated, fell down, inflation, smaller inflation went down, right? And this pretty much is why I believe that the stock is in big trouble. But of course, if we talk about the recovery patterns, right, we might be actually in for a reversal from some, this point, because we did get some buying pressure at the end, and this candle right here is pretty much a pin bar, right? It's pretty much a pin bar. It indicates that there is some good opportunity, there is some upside as well, right? So hopefully on Monday we can get a gap up and we can probably get into the 2.3 cent or rather 23-cent range. I'm sorry for that, right? And once we do that, the main important levels that we have to break are first up 25 cents, of course 30 cents, over here 33 cents, right? After that, of course, 45 cents. Now these are already some good levels, right? You would be like 2x your money over here as well. And then 60.9 cents, right? These levels are the important ones. After that, it's just gains, right? Because then we would personally, or well, why am I saying personally? Then we would have practically completed a reversal and we would have practically, brought an end to this bearish trend, this misery. So of course, right, if we talk about the reversal and how it's going to be completed, as I already told you in the previous part of this video, David Missouri has to put out a car, which, well, he is not doing, right? We already got some information a few days back, which we reported that we might see some movement in Delpac Logistics deal, and we might get some deliveries before 30th November, which, well, it does not seem to be coming true at all because we're already at 26th. Tomorrow is Sunday, right? Then it's, of course, Monday at 28th, I believe, right? 28th is Monday, yup. And then there's just only 3 or 4 days left before November ends. And if we still don't deliver on the Delpac deal, I'm pretty certain that the stock will fall even further. But of course, if we want to analyze that further, we'll quickly have to jump on into the 5-minute chart so we can analyze the Friday session. So now that we're in the 5-minute chart, we can see that during the ending hours, literally the volume was pretty much, well, it was next to none, right? We can see that it was pretty much non-existent, right? The volumes were something like 5,000 shares, 700 shares, 1,000, few thousand, right? That's how the volumes were, and it's pretty much just little to none because first we were trading at like 100,000, 10,000, 50,000, right? Such numbers. And of course, if we look over here as well, we did hold on to the support at 19 cents pretty much, right? Of course, we are getting into a bad state considering the fact that the stock has gotten beaten up to the point of getting to 19 cents. We got resisted 19.5, again got supported, made a double bottom at 19.6, 19.95, pretty much just 20, 20.10, right? 20.10. So if I were to tell you guys what's going to happen on Monday or even a realistic price prediction, right? As I already told you, I believe that we might actually get, well, did I tell you that? I'm not sure. But I personally believe that we'll probably get a gap up on Monday because, well, we've had enough. The stock has fallen down enough, right? And even if we get a gap up on Monday, signs honestly suggest that we'll fall further, right? Of course, that's not what investors, and that's even not what I want to say at all, right? Let alone you want to hear that. So of course you don't want to hear that, but well, what has to be done, what has to be done, what has to be said, has to be said, and probably that's what David does not understand. What has to be done has to be done, and that is why I personally believe that the stock, once even it gets a gap up, will probably fall down because we're currently at 20.30 cents. Even if we get supported at 20.10 and 20 cents, right, then we might get a bull trend and then go up all the way around 23, 22.5 cents, right? But there are currently no such reasons to get into a bullish rally. But of course, I could be wrong, so most definitely you should remember that this definitely was not financial advice and you should always do your own research before you trade. If, however, you enjoyed my analysis, be sure to hit the like button. If you did not enjoy it, be sure to hit the dislike button. You can subscribe to our channel Stox 101 for more such videos. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one.